Hey, meat suits, it's me, the Immoral Oracle, and I'm coming in today with a message for those that are in need of some hope at this time, for those that are needing some help making sense of some things, and for those who are in need of um, remembering the why. That's the best way I know how to put that. All right, without further ado, this is the Starseed Oracle that we're starting here with, and this card is I Remember. Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus Destiny Life. Okay, this card in the Starseed Oracle is a little bit about the life that you're born into, the circumstances that you're born into, the body that you're born into, those either like advantages or limitations versus like the life that your soul came here to live. Okay, so there could be something to that at this time, but if you're not someone who believes in like preordained or predestined life, this card is literally just wanting to talk about remembering that well, first of all, remembering for some of you who the fuck you are. I'm just going to say that, okay? But also remembering that you are actually in the driver's seat of your own life, okay? And that you despite setbacks, despite hard things, despite limitations, that you are capable, and not only capable, but like that you must, like the human condition is that like we must live, we must try. Like, and I think that's the most beautiful and terrible thing about life, but personally, but that's this energy, like you can. I remember. Okay, Star Ancestors is under the deck, and I'm only going to talk about that because this is talking about looking deeper into something that you have the wisdom within you, that there are secrets that that you have forgotten, that whatever that is for you. It can just even be talking about your own wisdom and connection with the infinite, whatever that is for you. You also have Star Brothers energy supporting you at this time. That is Horus energy. That's protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. This energy is really important because a lot of what this reading is, this is for the misfits and the lonely in a lot of ways. That's the energy of this, the experience of the viewer in this, the totality of the experience of the viewer. And this energy is wanting to remind you that even if it's not many, even if in your life or even right now, you feel abjectly alone and seeking others who are like you, and you feel like you aren't understood. I'm saying that because of some of the stuff in these cards, but or if that has just been your experience in life, a lot of the times, like a hard knocks kind of life, that if you are looking at it really truly in an honest sense, there has always been someone. Like you do always find someone always finds you. This is also an energy of saying like soul family is available to you at this time, whether that just be like, I mean, it just, there's so many different people in the collective and so many different ways of viewing life. But even if it's just like knowing you aren't alone within yourself, your sense of spirituality or just the relationship with yourself, you are safe. You can trust. You can, even if it's just yourself. Okay, why am I saying all of this? Well, under the deck for Starman, you got 8 of Cups. So I am going to read this as at like in the recent past, like a 4 of Cup, sorry, 4 of Pentacles as well. A holding back and a walking away. This is really like you did some inventory and you've had to let some things go. Why? Because 5 of Pentacles and 10 of Swords. Yo, this is like absolute abject lack like emotionally and otherwise. This is like Five of Pentacles is being left out in the cold. It's not having what you need or not feeling like you have what you need. This is despair. This is sitting outside of the great hall of love, instead of being inside dancing in it. This energy is difficult. This is difficult energy. In the realm of actual earth, this can be like not having access to the finances that you need. And this can be this card, though, I hate to use it that way, because this card can even be growing up with all of the resources but not having the love of your parents that you need. That can still lead to this kind of energy, right? So this is going to be different for everybody. But because the Ten of Swords is coming next, I really feel like I'm speaking to a collective who repeatedly in this version of their earth school have had the experience of feeling rejected, feeling like they don't fit in, feeling less than, literally being told they're less than. Ten of Swords is betrayal energy. A lot of the times in the decks, it's a character having 10 swords in their back. In Starman, he's he's upright, and these swords are in his chest. They're in his front. And this man, while he's got swords in his chest, is electrocuting him as well. So this is like he's being kicked while he's down. And I've never noticed it in this before, but it almost looks the way there's this ring up here and some of these swords that haven't made their way in yet. It almost looks like a dream catcher, which I don't know why white girls are obsessed with putting them on their bodies, because those things are actually meant to catch negative, to catch bad things and hold them there. But anyway, so it's almost like just this, almost like an attraction, the experience of almost having like devastating things happen, like almost like they're attracted to you. That's the energy I'm getting with the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Okay, I want to just take a minute and say, God damn, okay, because this is wherever you are right now, whether or not you're actually in this energy right in this moment, this wound, these wounds are inside of you. And I want to take a moment to just acknowledge that, viewer. Okay. This is heavy energy. And this has potentially been something that you're either going through right now or have gone through repeatedly. And Spirit really wants to talk about it, because even if you're not going through it right now, there is a way with King of Swords here that you may have allowed these experiences. And there's no shade in this. It makes sense. As a survival, you may have allowed this type of experience to kind of keep you more associated with your logic and with strategy and the mind than with being in your body and being in your feelings. And Star Dragon wants to come here and talk about healing that and bringing hope back into your mind, because there's a way. Listen, King of Swords, he is proper, right? Like there's no shade. King of Swords is he's at the top of his game. He sees 360 degrees. He has learned boundaries, right? He in this deck he has a I'm losing the name of the monkey. Oh my god. A baboon. He has a baboon at his feet. These are aggressive and territorial animals, okay? They can be incredibly violent, but he is at the king's beck and call. You can see here that the electricity used over here to harm you has actually been harnessed by you, and now you are wielding that as well. So these experiences have done what they have meant to do, right? They have matured you, they have grown you, or at least that's what they are meant to do. I'm here to tell you that you can turn them into that if you haven't already. Okay. However, King of Swords in his own right in this way is not complete. in this message, because one thing that he doesn't necessarily have is a real firm grasp on the concept of hope and on being mentally and emotionally open and even expectant that things can be different, that that he doesn't have to sit in this throne alone, um, that he can still take all of this wisdom and he can allow himself still to seek soul family, to accept soul family, to reconnect with soul family, whatever this is for you, viewer, because King of Swords is amazing energy to get to if you've been through this, because I remember what it brings to mind is Gnarls Barkley, the song Crazy, right? When he's like, I remember when I lost my mind, right? Which these kinds of experiences will do, okay? And the King of Swords is an energy of repair of the mind, of clarity, of focus. And that's amazing, okay? But he's also here making me feel the Dylan Francis song Lonely, which is funny because it's also planet Earth, and this is a very star-based reading, but it's like talking about remembering who you are and where you really come from. And we all come from the stars, right? But she says, the singer in the song Lonely says, I'd like to make myself believe that someone out there knows me, right? I wish it was all just a dream because planet Earth feels lonely. What's the point of being on a throne if you're alone, right? I fell asleep. I had a dream that nobody knows. These city lights burning bright, but I walk alone. And for whoever this message is for, that has kept you safe. And if King of Swords is here, you're likely someone who carries a kind of light that isn't for everyone, that isn't going to be understood by everyone. It isn't meant to be understood by everyone. And you're not meant to share it with everyone. And you are here to learn how to harness it, right? And you wouldn't have had these boundaries and this clarity of vision and this understanding of yourself and the world around you without these experiences. But these experiences, this reading is coming in to say you cannot let them rob you of your potential, okay? That there's a way they need to move through and really be assimilated and used to help elevate you as opposed to keeping you isolated, okay? There's some healing, there's some hope that needs to be able to be brought into your mind, because I did get another song with the healing favorite color is blue. Now my favorite color is blue. And it's like, it's a song that's about kind of not believing anymore in what you're doing or why you're here. And that's such an important part of this message, is remembering, even if it's just remembering, even if you don't believe in some grand plan for your life, just remembering like that you had dreams and hopes as a child, and it probably wasn't to be a depressed adult, you know what I mean, like, or whatever. I don't mean to laugh, I'm sorry, it's just funny sometimes how the universe brings things through. But anyway, I want to move into cosmic tarot really quick, because what can help, I asked what can help the King of Swords move into a different mindset that involves more hope and more healing around the concept of hope. And you got Queen of Wands, Temperance, Four of Cups, the Fool, and Six of Cups. Okay, and under the deck, you got the Sun, which is about illumination. Okay, and it's a little bit of the energy of like finding the glimmers, or like Mr. Rogers said, finding the helpers, which was an important part of this message. If you look, you will find the helpers. Like, I do get the sense that for a lot of the people watching this, it's like that you've asked for help in the past and not received it, or not received the type of help that you felt like you needed or whatever. But it's like those just weren't your people. That just wasn't your time. You were learning independence at that point. And now there is a way that you're needing to learn to lean into connection as well. So Queen of Wands is here to say that this energy can help, and there is no gender in tarot. It's just qualities, right? But I'll say she because that's what this card is. But Queen of Wands, she's here to talk about your magnetism, your like if you're King of Swords, it's too much in the mind. It's too restrictive. It's too identified with your thoughts. This is like loosen up a little bit, have a little fun, but also this really is remember who the fuck you are. This is about not caring, you know, whose eyes you burn with your fire. Like you're going to shine anyway, okay? And Temperance is here to help the King of Swords in this healing for hope, to kind of make two different energies or two different experiences and sort of, you know, you swish them back and forth a bit and you make them into something else. Okay, but this is also about like emotional maturity. This is about, which is the King of Swords, but this is on a higher level. This is like understanding it can be both things. Like your life could have been hard, and you know, and today you can still have hope, that you can find joy, that you can find connection, that you can be useful, that you can chase your dreams. For some, you know, Four of Cups wants to talk about a couple of things. Actually, this is interesting that it's coming after Temperance, because not only is this card in this deck about choosing this cup, the cup that's being handed to you, rather than, you know, spending too much time remembering the pain. And that's not to say you pretend it's not there. You know, I'll never say that on this channel, but it's like choosing not to carry these things. That was kind of what that K-Flay and Robert DeLong thing was coming through about, because it was like, roped up rat in a cage, I'm having a break down. Like, it is absolutely okay to break down sometimes, for fucking real. But it's like, look, look at what you have gained from all of these things. Look at, like, even if it's literally just a sense of like a really strong relationship with yourself and trusting yourself, trusting your own thoughts, like trusting what you see in the patterns in other people and moving accordingly. Like, there's so much in this Four of Cups that is just like, see, it's about seeing clearly. Okay. And it's about having a new mind intentionally. The Fool being here is not about being naive. The Fool is no fool, actually. He does carry on him his bag of lessons, things he's already assimilated and learned in this life. Doesn't need to learn again, but might keep them handy, you know, if he needs them. But this is about having a new mind, being willing to have a new experience. Okay, being willing to for some of you, literally to let people in, to let a group of people in, or I don't know exactly, that's going to be different for everybody, to let one person in. But it's like finding your tribe for some of you. I mean, shit, put something in the comment below this video, like join groups on social medias, like find your people that think like you know. And then Six of Cups, because why? Because you're alive. Because you're alive. Be alive while you're alive. This is about playfulness. This is about creating your own joy. Okay. This is about getting out of your head so much and getting into a heart space, like getting reconnected with things that you like, that make you feel happy, that make you feel young at heart. Okay. The song that came in for this card was "Why Are You Hiding All That You Are and All That You've Got to Give? I know you're tired, I know you're hurting, I know this life can sting, but slow down, take a breath, it's all right. You're alive. Don't forget you're alive. It's a really important part of this message. Remember, you know? Remember. Remember joy and chase that. Do that. Do that what makes you happy. Because why? Freedom. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. Be well.